Hello guys, it's Velian here from Velian Speaks Tech, and today I want to present to you the new iPhone XR2. No, iPhone 11. So I want to present you guys the new iPhone 11, alright? So let's take a deep look at what is inside the box. Okay guys, no more jokes. Here it is. That's the iPhone 11, 128 gigabytes version, the black color. So let's find out what is inside this box. But before we do this guys, I want to just show you how it all started, right? So 2007 guys, 12 years ago, Apple announced this thing here, and this is the ever first iPhone, known also as the iPhone 2G, because apparently it didn't support 3G. But I just want to do like a short comparison guys, and again this is meant to be an unboxing video, so we're gonna see what is inside of the box of the iPhone 11 and also what I still have in the box of the original iPhone 2G. And I can tell you it's this thing here is already 12 years old guys. So as you can see here, it includes the iPhone stereo headset with mic, the dock, a dock connector, you know, with USB 2 cable, USB power adapter, and blah 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 blah. Okay, so alright, so yeah, let's just do this guys. Okay, we're gonna do first the iPhone 11 because that's the main highlight of the video. So with no further ado, I am presenting you the iPhone 11. Jesus Christ, yeah, wow, oh my god, this all just like wow, in one click. Yeah, alright. So guys, cool, I'm just opening this for the first time together with you here. So yeah, oh my god, the new iPhone 11 guys, cool. Yeah. It looks quite shiny and quite nice. Let's do this here, alright. So in the box, as we can see, we have apparently the new iPhone 11. Now of course, stove included, no, joke, but okay, the new little camera here. I think this is kind of like the main differentiator between this one and the iPhone XR, which this kind of is meant to be like the new iPhone XR 2. Okay, designed by Apple California. All right, just let's do simultaneously. Let's open the iPhone 2G, the original one. That's how it all started, guys. 12 years ago. So 12 years ago, Steve Jobs announced the iPhone, right? And then you can remember there was this funny videos when Steve Ballmer from Microsoft was just laughing about it and just saying, you know, who the hell is gonna need something without a keyboard, because, you know, we have our business machines, you know, the BlackBerry can type your emails. Honestly, I've tried to do some work on this one here recently. That's a joke. You cannot work with these guys. Then everybody was pretty much making fun of Steve Jobs and Apple. And I think myself, by that time, I was using, you know, Windows Mobile 6.5 devices, you know, with the stylus you have to plug in there. And then Steve Jobs came and said, boom, you know, you just guys need your finger, and that's the biggest stylus that you have. So here I am having the original iPhone 2, which I think runs WideOS 7, which is kind of like a modification of the iOS 3.10, but okay. And just comparing it with this, so iPhone logo is there, the Apple logo is there, but the iPhone branding has been dropped, I think, compared from last year's. All right. And inside the original iPhone, nothing here really has been conserved, I think, in the best shape, but still see, I have still the dock, guys, and it has a line out. How cool is that, all right? I have a charger here, so I'm just gonna leave this here for a moment like this, all right? Maybe even like this. I'm not sure if this is the proper position. Let's do it like that. And let's just further continue with what we have into the box of the iPhone 11. Okay, it says designed by Apple. Oh, okay, I don't understand this. Maybe it's in Greece. Okay, that's another country. Oh, and now in Bulgarian. Здравейте. Jesus Christ. Okay, so nice pamphlets here, guys. Some instructions. Welcome to your iPhone. It has Face ID. You know, like what is all the buttons here. So press it once, press it twice. Some advices here, the control center apparently, shutting it out, and then SOS and how you're supposed to kind of charge the goddamn thing. Then you have here also the pin, alright. By the way, not so stylish like the one I have in the OnePlus 7. And then you have some brochures here, again, I think in 1000 questions. Okay, and oh, wow, the Apple stickers, guys. And I, by the way, have the original one from the iPhone 2G, which pretty much looks the same, and they're like already 12 years old. Okay, So this is what we have here. So let me put this back, guys. Designed by iPhone Apple, and let's go and see what you have inside here, the box. I think, as you might as well see, we have the charger, which I think it's again, yeah, the 5 watts charger, guys. So Apple decided again to not include like a fast charger, and I think you need almost like 4 hours to charge the goddamn thing from 0 to 100%, which I think that's not cool, Apple. I think though they included like the faster charger in the iPhone Pro. Here we have the headphones. Okay, and then okay, I think here we have the cable. So I think the pretty much the unboxing experience is, yeah, it's just about that. So alright, but let's just, guys, switch it on. So okay, alright, where's the power button? Okay, try it from here. By the way, I can already see like the power button, guys, is really, it's a big one. Oh, okay, the Apple logo now. The power button has been really enlarged compared to previous iPhones, and of course you can as well see on the iPhone 2G we have the power button up here. But okay, here we have also the iPhone jack, and then we have the SIM tray holder, which is here, and then pretty much the same thing. So look at this classic, guys, almost unchanged for 12 years. We have here the volume rocker down below, and here you can go from mute to full sound. Okay, now this is the iPhone 11. Hello, swipe up to open. I think the iPhone 11 Pro doesn't come with 128, so you either are stuck like with iPhone Pro 64 and iPhone Pro 256, guys. But this doesn't matter. I'm just going to compare it and say to you, what are the main differences here. So keep your phone up to date. Okay, continue. Okay, location services. The whole setup, I think the whole experience with iOS is pretty much straightforward. I mean, you don't need to be like rocket science, to be able to configure the phone like rocket scientists. You just, move on and move on. So what about the size and the weight, guys? People are saying that this phone looks pretty much the same as the last year's iPhone XR, alright? So it has the same bezels, it has the same screen, guys, alright? But I think the main difference here is on the back, where you can see that it has the new camera, and then of course also no more iPhone branding, just the Apple logo. So Apple also are claiming that they put the strongest glass on the back and also on the front. Honestly, just by working with that device, it just became too hot, I can tell you. Okay, don't share with Apple, I don't want to share this one. True tone display, okay, continue. Alright, yeah, let's just see without, oh, you see, now that's without the True Tone display, that is with the True Tone display. So what the True Tone display is taking into account like the ambient lighting where you are, and just adjust so that you can have more like consistent color. Let's do it there as well. Okay, so let's do it like that, continue. Okay, appearance, select light or dark appearance and see how iOS adjusts depending on which one you choose. So I think that's kind of like the new feature. Finally, it's 2019, guys, and we have the dark mode. Dark mode arrived in iOS 13. Thanks God, or maybe thanks Tim Cook. I'm gonna be using now the light one, and maybe later on we're gonna be switching to the dark one. Now, what is quite interesting is that this phone, I think this is kind of like the biggest round, because although Apple made the phone $50 cheaper than last version's equivalent, which is the iPhone XR, and they put really like a top spec camera. They still kept the same screen. All right, so it's they call it like I think it's the liquid retina HD display. So it has a 6.1 inch diagonal, guys, but it's an LCD. It's not an OLED screen what you'll find into the iPhone 11 Pro. All right. So it has the same resolution like last year's iPhone XR, which pretty much rounds up at 720p. So even it's not a full HD screen. So I've seen people doing quite a big fan about that, because that is not a cheap phone, guys. Although Tim Cook just recently said in an interview in Germany that they're trying to make the iPhone, hold it up to a cheaper price. No, that's quite an expensive phone, guys. It costs about $700 maybe even more if you go up with the bigger storage, and it has still a HD screen. But okay, it has the True Tone display. It does support the white color P3. Okay, it has also 625 nits max brightness, which means that, you know, when you look into some darker areas or nowhere outside in the sun, the brightness will go up to 625, which is okay. It has, you know, the nice fingerprint resistance, so you can see, I'm just mirroring, you can see, you know, yeah, nothing, okay, that's not the screen. All right, okay. That was not the screen, but again, it has oleophobic coating and etc, etc. So let's go with the light mode here. Okay, then it has the standard, the zoom display, and finally, okay, let's go home. Okay, yeah, welcome to my iPhone. God damn it. Oh, yes, sharing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, guys, now I think everybody's saying, you, Velian, I mean, you're such a strange guy. You're doing an unboxing, but you are even not removing this one here. Honestly, guys, this phone was meant for my wife, and she's not there, but okay, I think she will understand if I do this. So I'm gonna be doing this. Oh, yes, and I can tell you, it feels oddly satisfying. So, okay, now that's kind of display. I can tell you guys, this display is really quite good. It's really gorgeous. I'm using the iPhone 7, which, you know, has an OLED display, also a quite good standard for the industry. This one looks also very, very nice, guys. All right, so let's go here into settings. Okay, and if we go here into general, okay, let's just see about, okay, iPhone 11 software version 13. Okay, so this is, guys, about the display. Now, some more things about this phone, guys, and why I think that, you know, this phone is really better than the XR, right? It has not only the same display like okay, the XR, but okay, there's quite some differences. And the first main difference, of course, is the new chip. So Apple put the latest A13 Bionic chip, you know, which they say has the third generation Neural engine, guys. And this, of course, will help all the apps run faster and do all the processing fast when you do, you know, when you shoot video and you do your photos, you know, with a smart HDR. So this will help, of course, the phone to work seamlessly with the camera here. And camera, I think that is here really what this is probably the top upgrade that you can find into the iPhone 11, right? Now people are asking, okay, what about the iPhone 11 Pro? I know it has triple camera setup. This here is 2019. It's not a cheap phone. It has like the dual camera setup, but okay. The main difference here, guys, here you're gonna getting the dual 12 megapixel ultra wide and wide cameras, and into the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max you're getting also the third camera, which is the tele lens one. So if you want to just do like optical zoom and etc, I don't really care about that. Even right now I'm using my OnePlus 7, which only has, you know, dual camera setup, so I'm pretty much fine if the main sensor really is a nice one and has optical stabilization, like the case here, right? So the aperture is f1.8. It has twice the optical zoom, and digital zoom you can go up to the 5x. Actually, the optical zoom out is just twice. It has again like the portrait mode you can do also with previous iPhones, you know, with the advanced bokeh and the depth control. But guess what? The iPhone XR just had only one camera, guys, and all the portrait was done in a more like an AI way, more like the Pixel is doing. Not that that is something bad, because we know it's actually something great, right? I mean, compared, guys, to just look at this. This is, I think, almost 2 megapixel of a camera. It's actually 1.9. All right, it's almost like 2 megapixel, but it's not. People are just saying, okay, it is 2 megapixel, it's 1.9. Anyway, 2 megapixel, and okay, there is actually no front camera yet. All right, and just look at the history. I mean, here, by the way, I have modified the iPhone 2G to kind of have like this iOS 7 look. That is not really the standard iOS 1 look, or as we know, iPhone OS 1, but pretty much look at the same. I mean, this is kind of consistent, guys. For 12 years, you know, Apple, you know, are keeping up their game. I think in the last 3 years with the Pixel, you know, they were kind of losing the battle with the, you know, especially in the camera domain, which was like their own territory. Now with the new iPhone 11, I think they're back in the game with what they're doing. And when I'm gonna be doing the full review of the iPhone 11, we're gonna be speaking more about the camera. Okay. But okay, let's just say some more words about the iPhone 11, guys. I told you about the camera here. It has optical image stabilization, right? And they say that the lens inside the ultra wide has a 5-element lens, and the wide lens has even 6-element lens, and that's quite good. The flash here, as you can see, the one that is built here is using a True Tone flash, you know, with slow sync compared to the iPhone 2G. I mean, no flash at all, guys. Okay, now the news around the camera, guys. So Joe, let's quickly switch to the camera. When you go inside, all right, low, Okay, new in camera. Capture outside the frame, see and capture the area outside the frame of the photo. Okay, new shutter button, tap and hold the shutter to record a quick video, drag the shutter to the left for burst. That is quite nice. So if I just keep pressing here and go to the right, I'm switching immediately to video, guys. Okay, I think that's quite handy. But I think now what they're saying, you see here, now I'm going to the ultra wide, and here, guys, you can even go. So this is kind of like the ultra wide camera, like this is the normal camera, and from here, if I hold it up, I can go up to 5x digital zoom. Okay, now this is like the standard one. Okay, and you see here, I think the way they kind of like built in this dial jogging wheel is quite nice. Okay, so now going here from 0.5 to 1. Okay. So that is pretty much the camera, guys. Now it has night mode, and I can tell you from what we've seen already on the internet, it works incredible. Almost Pixel 3 level like, and even in some cases producing far more natural highlights and natural, more like dynamic shots. So we're gonna I want really to test it by myself. Okay, it has here also the next generation smart HDR, and if you've seen some of the other videos on the internet, if you shoot somebody, let's say with the if you shoot somebody with the iPhone camera, the smart HDR will analyze if that's the hair or that's the skin tone, and will apply different HDR to those elements to kind of build like a nice and really balanced picture. All right, it has also burst mode, and then you know that the iPhone can switch from JPEG to HEIF, which is quite good. But let's speak about the video recording, guys. So we have here 4K, and you can do it at 24, 30 and 60 FPS. Okay, I'm not sure, I don't think that actually the iPhone XR was capable of doing so. If we go here to the camera, all right, then we're gonna be seeing it. You can record video. Okay, let me put it directly to 4K at 60 FPS, guys. Okay, and then you can record stereo sound, and okay, then we can record slow motion. I think the slow motion works 1080p at 120 and 1080p at 24 and 240, which is quite good. It has the smart HDR, and I think about the new camera app, I still want to test it by myself, guys, but it does look kind of promising. So okay, portrait and panel, I think pretty much everything else here is like it used to be. Okay, and of course now if you go here to the wide camera, it has also kind of like this slow-fi kind of like gimmicky mode that you can do these things, but okay, that's I'm not really pretty much interested into that. Speaking also about the camera, again, it's 12 megapixel one, all right? So what I did not say to you is that this camera here, guys, is 12 megapixel and has a 2.2 aperture, and this is actually the true depth camera, okay? And why I'm saying this, because you might have seen, some of the Chinese brands are doing now some 48 megapixel cameras like I have into my OnePlus 7, but they also recently went up to 108 megapixel with the Xiaomi Mix Alpha, which is kind of a crazy thing, but okay, it's there, so maybe we have to see how it will work and what it will do. Overall, I think, guys, the phone looks quite fast. I mean, everything so far, yeah, I mean, if you try to load something, yeah, Jesus Christ, it's really very fast, really very fast. And I still have to kind of get used to it, guys, but I'm gonna be putting here my SIM and testing it for a few days. Okay, it has GarageBand. This is okay, we have to see how iOS 13 perform, because I have already some indications that it is still not up to the level of the stability of the usual Apple products. Okay, allow once. Okay, this was the camera, guys. So the Face ID, okay, we have also Face ID up front, which you can configure now apparently to lock and unlock your phones, guys. People are saying that this Face ID is a little bit better and faster than the one that is found into iPhone 11 XR. So we have to see and test all of that. And I think also something quite important, the stereo grills, I think the sound compared to the iPhone XR also has been improved, and it also does support now Dolby Atmos sound, which I also have into my OnePlus 7, and I kind of like it. So overall, I think that's quite a nice upgrade from the iPhone XR. But guys, the three main reasons, okay? First one, that is the new camera. For me, camera is really, for me, the smartphone photography is really my own and only way to do photos and take videos, because I don't think that since the last 7, maybe 8 years I'm using anything else. So this here for me is the main reason for you guys to go and upgrade. The second reason here is of course the battery, and people are reporting now almost 1 hour more screen on time. It goes up to 7-8 hours, you know, on full day usage, guys. So battery improvements, I think significant improvements compared to the iPhone XR. Also the camera, you're pretty much getting now almost like the best stuff, you know, from the iPhone world. And then I think also last but not least, you're getting the i13 Bionic chip, which is quite strong and fast, guys. Okay, I will configure these iPhones, guys, in the next few days and be testing it with, and also that I can do like a full review. I'm gonna be focusing on the camera and on the daily behavior. I think build quality overall quite nice. You might have seen the videos from Jerry. It is kind of like a premium phone, so I don't really expect anything else from Apple. It has also, I think, IP68 water protection, so it means that you can apparently throw it in the water. It will survive, and probably not leave it there for 2 days, but it will not die immediately. So this was, guys, the unboxing from the iPhone 11, and here again, just look at this 12 years of leap, right? I think this is a huge leap, huh? Quite the same things, but at the end they are very much different, but they have one thing in common, guys. And I'm going to be doing also a review with this phone here, guys, and the first Google phone, but maybe this is going to come maybe in the next week, so to speak. At the end of the day, I think it was just interesting for you guys to just understand, you know, what we have into the box of the new iPhone 11, because pretty much going back to what is it inside, you just have like the slow, you know, charger, you just have like the regular headphones, you don't have even a headphone dongle, because you know there is no headphone jack, guys. And compared here, you know, to the original iPhone 2G, I think you're getting really more stuff, huh? If you just stick again, so you have the phone, you have the stereo headset with the mic, you have the dock connector, and etc. And this dock connector actually is quite, I mean, it looks quite premium, guys, right? You can see here, designed by Apple in California, 2017. You can put your iPhone 2G there, you know, you can charge it, you can listen to music. That was not bad. I think, okay, now I think that they're just not putting so much stuff into the box, but at the end of the day, still you have the main thing, which is like the new iPhone. So I hope, guys, that you enjoyed this unboxing video, and look around. Soon enough, I will produce the full iPhone 11 review with the focus on the camera. I will compare it to the OnePlus 7 camera, you know, using the nightscape versus, you know, the night mode from the iPhone. I will compare also the videos, so look forward to that. If you like my channel, guys, subscribe to it. That's for now the only way to support me, and yeah, bye.